Hello and welcome to Friday. So I'm going to be totally honest, not too terribly confident that I ended the vlog proper last night, but I'm pretty sure I said something that was title worthy. So at least that got squared away and I didn't have to scramble for like something I said. It's like, oh, this sounds stupid, it could be a title. So yeah. What's happening today? Well, today I'm writing short paper number 1, and then my film and literature book is coming in today, so when that comes in, I will get on starting my second paper. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah. What happened last night? My parents and I, it was my mom's idea, my parents were like, hey, let's play Cards Against Humanity. And I was like, okay, this is not gonna end well. It ended well. We learned a lot about everyone's sense of humor, and it was interesting, to say the least. It wasn't bad, but it was fun. It was just interesting. We'll probably end up playing Cards Against Humanities like many more times in the future. So yeah. Also, when I woke up this morning, I got a notification from YouTube, and it was like this comment. It was like, this thing is probably gonna get snagged by spam, by the spam system. And I was like, well, maybe. And so I was just like, well, okay, fine. And so I went to go check it out in the app, and sure enough, it wasn't there because it got snagged by a thing. What is it? Charlie Preston. Hey to 12th kind, I love your video. I know this comment is marked as spam. That's because it contains a link. But please check out this video and approve the comment. You are free to use this song in your upcoming videos. It is 10:19 a.m. I'll investigate this comment later. But yeah, so it's 10:19 a.m. I'm gonna have breakfast shortly after I check this out, get it all squared away, and then I'm going to get started on short paper 1 after I wake up. And then I may, another thing is like next Thursday is the trip for new student orientation, and I think it's either just my sources or my thesis. Post your sources for the research paper on the discussion board, find a partner in the class, and conduct an informal review of each other's sources for the research paper. Go over your sources with me for approval, discuss chapter 2 of Kia, along with possible topics for short paper 2, discuss thesis and sources for short paper 2, conduct informal partner review, and gain my approval. So basically I need a topic, thesis, and sources for my second paper, all on next Thursday, but I'm actually turning that in next Tuesday. So Tuesday I've got short paper 1 due, and then I've got sources for my research paper due, and I've got topic, thesis, and sources for short paper 2 due. So I've got 5 things due, all on the 13th. But that's okay because it gives me more time to work on my second paper. My second paper needs 5 critiques, and then that could just be done in class, I think. So yeah. I'll check in with you guys later. I will remember, I promise. Alright, so my first short paper, I'm working on that right now. It can only be 3 to 4 pages. I'm not sure if that includes the works cited page, but I've got almost 2 full pages right now, consisting of the thesis statement in the introduction paragraph and 2 body paragraphs. And I haven't even really dived into the 1973 version, but I'm going through the 1950s version and I'm pretty pissed. One, the opening monologue is like really changed. Like the only thing that like is the same from the original script to the film adaptation is like one line that Tom, says that describes his dad, and then it cuts effectively 24 pages of the original script and goes straight into, like, I think it's several scenes in, and it's absurd. And it's like, but why? It's like that's not there. There's like so much stuff that like is, told, that it just like cut straight to them like talking about like how Tom slammed the door in his mother's face from last night, but you don't see that, so you just assume that happened. But in like the original script and also in the 1973 film adaptation, it has, the 1973 adaptation specifically is what I'm going to talk about real quick. It's just a literal translation, but it also gets the meaning across, so it's like a well done literal translation. And this, I think, I want to say it's traditional, but at the same time it seems it's just so stupid. It's a stupid translation. So I'm gonna email my professor and be like, hey, so I guess this is technically considered a traditional translation, because it's like it changed. Because it was like the thing about the Glass Menagerie is that its genre is a memory play, and that's stated in the opening monologue. Tom says, this is a memory play, so some things are exaggerated, some things are over exaggerated, some things are under exaggerated, some things are highlighted, and some things are just merely mentioned. And then it's like in the 1973 version, since it's well done literal translation, it gets that across, and it does it well. But this 1950s version is like, oh, that is my house, and this is my home. It's Midland City, the Midlandiest of Midlands. And it's like, what the hell is this? Why is he on a boat? Why does he look like a dumb sailor? Like, it's just, this is the most annoying thing in the world. Oh man, I would like to erase this film from my memory because it's just this dumb. So, anyways, on the plus side, I'm almost done with my paper, and I'm just gonna like send it off to my sister, be like, hey, can you check this out? So yeah, it's just, oh my god. So yeah, I'm gonna also double check what the requirements are for me to post this, not into Dropbox, but like on the discussion post for critiques. So yeah. Alright, so an update. I think in the last update I told you that I finished my paper, I think. If not, then I finished my paper. More or less. I sent it off to my sister, be like, hey, can you take a quick look at this? And then next Tuesday, I've got to get it reviewed by the professor and then also by another student, and then I gotta review a student's paper, or I gotta critique their paper. There's one classmate who's doing a comparison on two different film adaptations of Shakespeare's Hamlet, and so we reviewed each other's thesis and sources, and so we're probably also going to critique each other's papers. I think each of us only needs to do one critique, I think. Pretty sure. I'll double check on that. And then I also, when my book gets in, I'm gonna look at all the different topics to write about for my second short paper, and get sources and a thesis and a topic, sources, thesis, and get that all ready for Tuesday and get those reviewed by the professor and by a classmate. So it's gonna be fun. So it is 2:43 right now, and just waiting until I gotta go with my dad to the Clarion, because there's like a dance recital thing and I'm running lights, so that's gonna be fun. That's not until 4:30, so there's a bit of time. So I'm not sure how long we're gonna be out, so I'm just going to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.